Where you live, is the black population increasing, decreasing, or staying about the same? Over the past few decades, several US cities have experienced notable declines in their black population. This trend reflects a complex interplay of historical events, economic shifts, and social dynamics. If you live in the 6 major cities that we'll be talking about today, you might have noticed a major decline in the black populations. But why? In this episode, we'll explore their histories, the evolution of their black communities, and the current challenges related to housing, employment, and overall living conditions. Hi, my name is Jarrett, and I talk about interesting stories and trends in black culture because black culture honestly is just that interesting to me. If you share my interest, hit that subscribe button and let's deep dive into some interesting black culture and history in every episode. Let's start our exploration of big cities that are shedding their black population in large numbers here in the West Coast in the city they call San Francisco. San Francisco's history is marked by the gold rush. The city's picturesque landscape and cultural landmarks have made it a global destination. The black community in San Francisco grew during World War II, attracted by shipyard jobs and other wartime industries. Neighborhoods like the Fillmore District became vibrant centers of black culture and business. However, urban renewal projects in the mid-20th century led to the displacement of many black residents. The black population in San Francisco has continued to decline, influenced by factors such as gentrification, high cost of living, and limited economic opportunities. Many black residents have relocated to more affordable areas within the Bay Area or other states. Black people made up 13.4% of San Francisco in 1970. Currently, it is estimated that the number is down to 5.3%. As of early 2025, the median home price in San Francisco is approximately $1.4 million. The median household income in San Francisco is around $119,000. And I'm sorry, I know I'm no financial whiz, but how are you supposed to afford a $1.4 million house with an income of $119,000? The exorbitant cost of living, driven primarily by housing expenses, makes it difficult for many residents, especially those from historically marginalized communities, to remain in the city. Younger generations such as Gen Z and still millennials find home ownership particularly unattainable, often requiring annual incomes exceeding $400,000 to afford median price homes. And I'm sure AI is not going to make this any better because a lot of those tech jobs are leaving at the same time. This economic pressure contributes to the ongoing exodus of black residents seeking more sustainable living conditions elsewhere. And number 2, we have Miami, Florida. Miami has evolved from a small resort town into a major international city known for its cultural diversity, tourism, and role as a gateway to Latin America. Its economy is heavily influenced by tourism, finance, and international trade. The black community in Miami has a rich history with roots in the early 20th century when African Americans and Caribbean immigrants settled in areas like Overtown and Liberty City. These neighborhoods became cultural hubs, fostering a vibrant community despite facing segregation and economic challenges. In recent years, Miami has seen a decline in its black population. Factors contributing to this trend include rising housing costs, gentrification of historically black neighborhoods, and economic disparities. Many black residents have had to move to suburban areas or other regions in search of more affordable living conditions and better economic opportunities. In 1990, almost 25% of Miami was black. According to the 2020 census, Miami is currently 12% black. The median home price in Miami is approximately $450,000. This represents a significant increase over the past decade, driven by high demand and limited housing supply. The median household income in Miami is only around $55,000. The combination of housing costs, relatively low median incomes, and economic disparities makes living in Miami challenging for many black residents. Gentrification has led to the displacement of long-lasting communities. These factors contribute to the migration of black residents to areas with more affordable living conditions and better job prospects. At number 3, we have New Orleans. Founded in 1718, New Orleans is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, blending French, Spanish, African, and Creole influences. The city's unique traditions, music, and cuisine have made it a cultural landmark. New Orleans has a deep-rooted black community with traditions that have significantly shaped the city's identity. The black population has been instrumental in the development of jazz music and other cultural expressions. In the 2000 census, black people made up 66 58.7% of New Orleans. In 2020, the percentage was down to 53.6%. And there is one huge factor that contributed to that. 2005 Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina led to the displacement of 800,000 people, the majority of whom, of course, were black. Recovery efforts have been uneven and economic challenges persist, contributing to the continued decline in the black population. Many were forced to leave not just the city, but the state of Louisiana completely to start over elsewhere after the hurricane. Those who stayed in low-income neighborhoods have seen an increase in violent crime, while other parts of New Orleans have seen a dramatic increase in the cost of living. At number 4, we have Los Angeles, California. LA emerged as a major metropolitan area with the rise of the entertainment industry and its role as a Pacific Rim trade center. Its diverse population has contributed to a rich culture that goes beyond Hollywood. But that culture has seen challenges in recent decades due to what else? High cost of living. Mid-20th century industrial jobs attracted black migrants to neighborhoods like South Los Angeles. These communities became centers of black culture and activism. Cities like Compton and Inglewood are world famous for black culture, but some of these neighborhoods are looking a little different lately thanks to gentrification. The black population in Los Angeles has been declining, heavily influenced by rising housing costs and economic challenges. Many black residents have relocated to more affordable areas within California or other states completely. Back in 1980, LA was 16.7% black. Now that percentage is down to 8.2%. The median home value in Los Angeles County is approximately $800,000, while the median household income is only around $70,000. I keep telling my friends over and over, this is gonna correct one of these days, but they don't believe me. Someone please do the math and tell me how this makes sense, and see how it's possible that someone can afford a $800,000 house on a $70,000 income while also dealing with some of the highest gas prices and taxes in America. And if you're like, why don't people just rent? Well, the average price for a 2-bedroom apartment in the city of LA is around $2,900. High living costs, traffic congestion, and economic inequality pose significant challenges for residents, particularly for the black community. The city's housing shortage, exacerbated by natural disasters like wildfires, has led to an increased competition, which in turn means higher prices for everyone. At number 5, we have Chicago, Illinois. Chicago's strategic location made it a hub for transportation and industry. The city attracted a diverse workforce and became known for its architectural innovations and cultural institutions. The Great Migration brought a significant number of black individuals to Chicago, particularly the South Side. The communities thrive culturally and economically, but also face systematic challenges, including segregation and economic disparities. If you haven't watched our recent video on how Chicago became the most segregated big city in America, I'll leave a link below in the description. Chicago has experienced a notable decline in its black population. Contributing factors include economic challenges, crime rates, and urban renewal projects that have displaced long-standing communities. Many black residents have moved to suburban areas or other cities in search of better opportunities and living conditions. The black population in Chicago was at 39% at its highest in 1990. It currently stands at 28%. And last but not least, there is the concrete jungle, New York City. New York City has long been a beacon for immigrants and migrants seeking opportunity. Its diverse neighborhoods have been shaped by waves of newcomers, each leaving an undeniable mark on the city's cultural fabric. During the Great Migration, many black families moved from the South to northern cities like New York, seeking better economic opportunities and escaping Jim Crow laws. Neighborhoods such as Harlem became epicenters of black culture and activism, giving rise to movements like the Harlem Renaissance. However, these communities also face challenges, including redlining and housing discrimination, which limited their growth and prosperity. In recent years, New York City has seen a decline in its black population. Between 2000 and 2020, the black population in New York declined, many moving back to the South in what is called the Second Great Migration. This time, black people are moving back to the South. If you're looking to rent a 1-bedroom apartment in New York City, the average price now is $3,900. A 2-bedroom place is over $5,000. Somebody has some money somewhere. And the median household income is right around $80,000. The high cost of living, affordable housing shortages, and economic inequality make residing in New York City particularly challenging for many Black residents. The city's housing shortage is driven by a lack of housing supply, with restrictive zoning regulations contributing to the undersupply of housing. So, do any of these cities surprise you? I know these days everybody is feeling the economic squeeze regardless of where you live, but these cities have taken it to a whole nother level. This trend has been growing for decades, but COVID has really escalated things, making housing, groceries, travel, just about everything way more expensive. So, what are your thoughts on this? Did you move out of any of these cities we talked about? If so, let me know where you moved to and how it compares. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you on the next one.